Adejoro Adeogun. I represent the people of Akoko Southeast Southwest Federal Constituency. I'm from Ondo State. Mr. Speaker, I want to commend you for this initiative to declare today a day to discuss about out-of-school children. Mr. Speaker, the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 26, states clearly that every person has a right to education. So we're here today debating not just about education, but about the fundamental human rights of Nigerians. So if a child is denied education for whatever reason, that child has been denied his fundamental human rights. In the course of this debate, I've listened to honorable colleagues talk about the 13.2 million supposed out-of-school children. That was as at December 2018. We've had 2 years, and from all indication, the number would have increased from 13.2 million to probably something 15 million, like the minister said, or probably higher than that. But as a country, can we afford to leave 13.2 million Nigerians out of social life? It's like, we're cutting off their blood flow. Well, it's like we'll have 13.2 million Nigerians that will have limited their chances to have a proper life. Mr. Speaker, we've looked at the implications of this. We all look at the issue of insecurity in the Northeast, the issue of banditry in maybe going to Kaduna, going to that part of the country. The whole of the country is on siege because we have issues of security. And this cannot be far-fetched from the issue of having out-of-school children, from having people without education, without hope, without livelihood. When people have no hope, there's a tendency for them to look for social vices to go into. Drugs, prostitution, kidnapping, criminality especially. So that's what we're facing. And this country cannot move forward unless we sit down now and decide to take an action to at least stop the drift and reduce the number. My suggestion, Mr. Speaker, is for us to actually look inward. Every month, every year, we have budgets for universal basic education, and these funds are released to states. But is there any linkage between the amount released to states and the reduction in the number of out-of-school children? I think we should legislate for a connection so that states don't get this fund and just build infrastructure without actually providing the quality for the education. In some places, like they mentioned in the Northeast, the infrastructure is not there because of dislocation created by Boko Haram. But there's some other places where we need to not just only address the issue of infrastructure, but the issue of quality. We must try to make education fun. If education is fun, if education is attractive, even those who are out of school will be attracted to going to school. But for as long as education is a place where people just go sit on blocks, sit under trees, and learn in very harsh environments, there will be no attraction to it. Mr. Speaker, in addition to the issue of UBE, I think that our state can learn from what happened in Akwa Ibom State some years back. Akwa Ibom State was a state that once faced the issue of out-of-school children. But at some point, the state decided that no Akwa Ibom child will be houseboy or housegirl to anybody anymore. And I can assure you today, sir, that as at now, you can be sure that the number of out-of-school children in Akwa Ibom State is less than 1%. So if the states make some attempt to actually reduce the number of out-of-school children, rather than paying lip service to it, I think it will be reduced. Then we look at the other issue of actually enlightening religious leaders. In some parts of the country, the issue of out-of-school children is not just because of unavailability, but because of cultural and religious issues, especially as affects the girl child. If we refuse to train our girls, if we refuse to educate our children, if we have more children that we can afford to cater for, we will continually have the issue of out-of-school children. So we need to address this with sensitization of parents. Parents should be held accountable for what they're not doing. If you have children you can't take care of, you should be held accountable for it. If religious leaders are teaching people not to to educate their female children, then they should be held liable for it. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you so very much that we are in a country that is already in a state of insecurity. Everything we do today to address the issue of out-of-school children will actually be able to at least enhance security for our nation tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.